But we got McMuffin back to life and Birdie, and he totally didn't try to sell us out to death. That was nice of him.
Not at all.
We went to visit his parents, who were totally nice and back to their nice regular selves. That was good.
Yeah.
And because McMuffin sort of kamikazed all of his money away the night before, they gave him a little bit of pocket change.
Mm.
Yulia got a gun, which is awesome, and a little bandolier.
Yeah.
What else we did? Oh yeah, and we tried to catch the balloon that Santa was trying to flee in right before we got there, and it was an amazing Three Stooges moment as we failed repeatedly getting on the balloon, but we did manage it. We did manage it at the end, so that's where we left off.
For sure. I also recall McMuffin, for some reason, buying a mop handle. Sounds exciting.
Oh, yes. I do remember that.
Maybe it's a fighting mop
Essentially
handle?
just the stats of a club.
Okay.
The fighting mop handle. Essentially,
Goreth,
like a club.
Yeah. Goreth got a keg of beer.
Oh, that's right.
Delicious.
Keg of beer.
I was just so focused on the pistol. I forgot everyone else got stuff too.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this pistol works out. That's going to be fun. Cool. So you guys are up in the air. You're probably, you can still see Edward and what's his name? What's the other guy's name?
Jacob.
Edward and Jacob, and they're two buddies, and they're like shaking their fists at you still, and you can hear them come back here, that kind of thing.
The whole time I was here, I never saw them age. The skin was so good.
Yeah, they're an interesting bond.
Yes, they are vampires.
It's so smooth.
Yeah, there's yeah.
The way they sparkle in the sunlight.
It's unnatural.
Captivating.
And so that's
I'm in love.
Did they dazzle you?
Yeah, I was bedazzled.
You guys escaped. You waved goodbye to Jacob and Edward. Bye, vampires. We love you. Yeah. Now you're standing there on the boat.
Excuse me, one of them is a vampire, the other is a werewolf.
Oh, sorry.
God.
Sorry.
So disappointed.
Thank God this is not televised. The hate mail I would have gotten? Imagine. So, Santos is like, hey guys.
Hi.
Hey there.
We're not going to talk about how you had to flee from the city. We're just going to leave that.
McMuffin, do you say it out loud or whispered? Because if you did it, McMuffin's going to absolutely point out that.
I mean, you guys go.
McMuffin looks at Santos. So, yeah, what happened there? Because it looked like you were going to leave us. And McMuffin's sort of staring.
And he says, I mean, I was in the thing, and I was coming back.
No. What? That doesn't...
I'm sorry, Santos, you're breaking up.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't think the reception's very good.
Agreed, Gordon.
Wait, was my mic cutting out, or are you making a joke that I was not saying anything?
I thought you were actually doing that in character. I was like, oh.
I was doing that in
like
character.
a broken... Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was doing that in character. Yeah. Sorry, I wanted to make sure. New mic.
I thought... Okay. I was like, oh, man, Santa sounds...
Scrambling for an explanation that sounds good. It's okay. It's fine.
He says, you saw they were. It was not going to be good, so I was going to take off for a bit and come back around for you guys.
No, you were not. You clearly were going to leave us there, and we would have to clean up your mess. And now I, when I have to go back home, have to clean up your mess for you.
If I were you, I would not go back.
What?
I agree, there wasn't much to that place.
Hey! We spent 2 days there, and that's all you could say?
We spent 2 days there? Felt like
Well,
3
more
weeks.
than that, probably. Wait, out of character, how long did we spend? I feel like in-game you only stayed like 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah, I thought it was
question.
3 days. We
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
with DLT first, and then we killed you one night, and then we left the next day.
We spent another day through today. So yeah, it was about 3 days. Graf just had a weird sense of time.
I mean, it just felt like that long.
Goraf, I know you can count, right? It's only been 3
It almost
weeks.
felt
And
like
then he looks
3
back-
days spread out over several weekends.
Several sober
my-
weekends.
Speaking of which, and looks back at Santos. So, what did you do?
I do not know. You didn't tell me that she was the Baron's daughter. This is your fault.
No, it's not. You're not
believe
supposed
that.
to just randomly go up to women and just like start talking to them. That's what you do.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
I never do that. But that's not the point I'm trying to make here.
He is giving you a look like what Yulia just said, like squinting and confused. And he looks at Gorath and he's like, "Oh, can I have a drink?"
Hey, let's open this bad boy up. Seems like a good time.
So you're just going to ignore the whole problem you created, huh?
Yep. Time for the pilot to get drunk.
I mean, she was a nice
Muffin turns
girl,
away.
you know. And he's like, and he's kind of motioning for Gorath to hurry up. He's like, he needs a drink for this conversation. I mean,
Please tell me at least I won't expect any new members to the family when I come back.
oh no. Santo is careful.
Are you sure about that? Because every time you seem to crash.
I mean, flying and women, different things.
Muffin looks at Yulia. I don't know what to say in this situation.
Like Yulia does. It's just like, okay, just insert shrug here. I don't know.
Muffin shrugs. Just next time, don't talk to anyone in my town. In fact, don't talk to any woman from here in. Something tells me you usually get.
Something tells me that Santo is definitely going to listen to your advice, McMuffin.
Yeah. But
I'm sure.
And then he elbows Gorath in the ribs. He says, "Yeah, I'm going back there."
Bad elderly.
Oh god.
Not a problem. Where are we going?
Cloud City, I believe, is our next stop. How long do we think it's going to take?
That is a good question. I've never been this way before. Let's take a look. I actually don't. I have to look at I have to bring up the map.
One moment.
Out of character. Where's my map? Cool. Boink. Open. Thank you.
Isn't that city where that crazy wizard lost his hand?
Okay,
Is
that
it?
was too obscure of a reference, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't have that one.
Sorry. What was
Yeah,
that one?
I feel like I
Oh,
should know
Luke
where that
Skywalker.
reference is from, but I don't know where it is.
Yes.
It's
yes.
Luke.
Oh.
Oh my god. I was like, Where does that?
Oh god. Oh,
Sorry, you
I'm
had me for
so
a second.
ashamed that. Yep, that just flew over everyone's heads, but it's a good reference.
With this saber of light.
Damn, that was so good of a reference that we didn't.
Yep, that's when you know you've done a great reference.
When nobody
Really
gets it.
is. Yes. Cool. So his fillet. 2, 3.
The ruler of Cloud City had better be named like Rando Palresian.
Ooh, this is gonna be good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's canon. We are going to have some serious Star Wars references in here. Okay.
Can we just?
It's about today, give or take. Probably less.
Okay. That's not too
Well,
bad.
that doesn't sound too bad.
Even less. We
How
drink
does
up
Cloud
this
City
cask.
look anyway?
Say that again. One more time, McMuffin.
How does Cloud City look? How does Cloud City look anyway? Then he looks at Gorath, and maybe no drinking. When we get there, I'm not sure how alcohol.
Again, I'm sure he's going to listen to your advice, McMuffin.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going to happen.
Yulia, I'm trying.
Gorath is just nodding while he's like pouring himself another glass.
Yeah, and
Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
Santo says, "Yeah, man, altitude, booze, love it." Yeah. So Santo's like, just he's doing piloty things, firing up the thing. I'm sure he would have asked Gorath if he wants to take the rudder, take the helm.
Mm-hmm. Gorath will giddily comply.
Mm-hmm. I just dropped a dice right off the table. Nice job, Brian.
Captain, there's a shifty cloaking off our port bow.
Gorath is just spouting random sailor gibberish. Like it's awesome. Cool. And it's
He just looks down.
Land ho!
And I'm assuming you're taking out your sword and pointing at shit again.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud City.
It's awesome. Cool. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
I think McMuffin's kind of like trying to imagine what Cloud City looks like, and he's read enough books. I'm assuming there's fantasy books and adventure books, so he's just sort of drawing pictures of like cities in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm rolling because Yulia is totally knitting. That's what you do.
Cool.
Can I roll for art?
Yeah, do it. Are you gonna?
Damn it! Oh my god!
You're gonna doodle on the ship or
God.
something?
Yeah, try to draw Cloud City in
cool.
imagination. I'm gonna say that's a 1d6 or like a 1d6.
Yulia's not doing well.
No, you might have your hat like at the end of the campaign. Maybe in a year or so you'll get your hat, Gorath.
There you go. I'd say
I know the picture. How the picture looks like.
Too real.
Like, just,
Shut up.
I'm gonna find.
do it. Yeah, and Santa's been there many times, and he would answer questions. But he is also checking this weird-looking device that had been like stowed in the back, and it's this huge hook, like this huge metal hook, tied to he's making sure it's tied very tightly. And you guys didn't even notice it was there because it kind of looks like it was almost like fashioned into a table. It's just this wide, huge, like hook thing. Yeah.
Is it an anchor?
It's kind of an anchor. If you ask him, he would tell you that this is how you land in Cloud City, because Cloud City is rife with air traffic, as you would be shocked to know. So that's why he's been there. It's a normal route, not through his fleet necessarily, but that he's been there before. And yeah, there's not a lot of land up there, so you you do this flyby and hopefully hook onto this thing, and it slows you down, and it's a little dangerous.
Whoa. So do people have wings there?
I have not seen any people with wings, but
Oh.
unless you consider an aeronaut having wings, because then yes, I do.
No, I don't imagine you having wings.
Damn it. He looks up sad. Gorath is rolling something.
Rolling to see how the booze is doing.
Oh, I'm gonna fate that one. Oh yeah, no, Santos is feeling good. I don't know about you.
You do have wings, Santo.
Thank you, Gorath. It's very nice of you.
You're like a pretty bird that's a man.
I'm going to take
Muffin looks
that
at
the best
Birdie.
way possible.
Right, good.
You look at Birdie.
I think the
and-
only bird here is that. I think the only bird here is him. But sure.
And when you look at Birdie looks weird. It's almost like he's
God.
he's molting a little. He's got some
Birdie,
weird,
you okay?
and he chirps. Seems perfectly good. But he's got a
I
couple
still
of
don't like
feathers
where this is
Can I
askew.
roll? Can I roll investigation?
Sure.
That bird doesn't look as delicious as it did last time.
It's not terrible, but there's just a couple of
Gorath,
askew,
no.
larger feathers and weirdness.
What would be investigation? Would it be wisdom or intelligence?
Yeah. Usually wisdom, but either
Yeah.
one. It depends how
I'm going to do intelligence because I have -1.
We'll say how you want to do it. Intelligence would be like, what do I know about this bird and why does it look weird, versus wisdom, like, what can I tell about this bird? Just like perception.
Yeah, it'd be intelligence then.
Cool.
I don't know, jack shit.
Looks like a bird. You think.
Birdie looks okay.
Could be a
I
duck.
think.
Might be a duck. Maybe Birdie was always a duck.
Quack.
I am so in favor of this.
So,
Although, I mean, it would be hilarious if he came back as a different type of bird. I'm not suggesting we should make that canon, but it would be funny.
no, I've got a plan for
mean-
Birdie. No, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, thank goodness that doesn't sound ominous or anything. Exactly what you want to hear.
That sounds
from the
foreboding.
GM.
I like it.
But, no metagame.
Birdie's going to become the first Rakatukan.
Exactly. Exactly. Cool. So yeah, he's explaining, he's describing Cloud City. Santos is describing Cloud City to you, McMuffin, and so you're drawing it and it looks good. He's like, yeah. That's it. Nice. What are you drawing it with, McMuffin?
Thanks.
Like a knife? Are you carving it? What are you doing?
Charcoal. I think it's like a sort of like he has just. I think he would have grabbed crayons or something from his family because he gets bored and he would just draw something like a little child. Unfortunately, so
I mean-
he's just drawing crayons and like.
Is there a medieval version of crayons, or would it be colored
Are there?
chalks? Chalks, maybe? Chalk, let's say.
Colored chalk, colored chalk or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the medieval.
I don't know. I mean,
Like
they had wax.
candle wax
I mean-
with charcoal in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think charcoal would be probably the cheapest and most readily available. Prior to modern synthesized pigments, it was actually really difficult to get different colors.
I imagine.
So,
Still, but black and white is rad, and or you could carve it with your knife. Depends on your skill. But apparently, you did very well with craft.
Yes.
So
And as
He just carved up his knife.
cool. What was that?
as Santo is like describing Cloud City, Gorath is just going to like repeat any adjectives he hears about the city.
Cool.
Like, so yeah, it's a beautiful city up in the sky. Beautiful. Majestic land. Majestic.
And I think a lot of people envision it like McMuffin pictured there, like it's a floating city, because it is kind of on a mountain but that it's not floating, but it kind of has that vibe. Hence and it is like, I don't know, like 13,000 feet or 1,300 feet or whatever it is. No, 13,000.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's up there.
Nice.
Have you guys ever heard of anything called Sky Islands before?
No.
They are a real thing that actually exists.
Cool.
If you go to Arizona, way in the south of the state, there's this mountain range where some of the peaks are so tall that they actually have this totally different flora and fauna. Like it's a different,
Awesome.
a biome, a different environment, to the point where they're just totally different animals and plants that normally wouldn't be anywhere near the desert, but they live there. So that's what I'm imagining, just FYI.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Here, Sandias are 10,000, and we get snow cap when
Damn.
it's 80 degrees. It's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Similar deal. I guess I haven't been up there in this when it was snowing when we went up there. So it's like,
Nice.
okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna check that out though. I bet there is crazy flora and fauna.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys have anything else you want to be doing? Like, it's getting late.
Nope. Let's. As far as I'm concerned, let's just roll the dice and see what attacks us in our sleep this time.
Gorath is cocking
Yeah.
his sword to spin around in a circle very quickly by going,
Hissy fit, Cloud Island. Hissy fit, Cloud Island.
Gorath, you're gonna hit someone.
Awesome. Cool. So you guys are going along for a bit. And then you're probably getting prepped for bed. It's probably, it's the sun's going down. It's that gorgeous night of like, let's see what the weather is. Oh yeah. Beautiful. The sun is going down, so it has that huge sky, and you get that like high in the sky twilight vibe, which is gorgeous. And you think you see Santa's just kind of like staring off in the front, and you kind of think maybe he's looking because you guys are headed west, so right into the sun. But then, and it's probably you, Gorath, because you're probably working and looking ahead and having fun. You notice that Santa's looks a little disturbed. Actually, you're not sure he's looking at the sunset.
What you looking at, Santos?
And he turns and he calls across the boat. Do you see that thing?
What?
And he's pointing like, see that big thing? It's like kind of dark. It looks like that's not normal. And we are headed right for it. And then you look, and there's this like, it's still a ways away, but not. It's weirdly close. So but it's like it just kind of looks like a weird rift in the sky.
Oh, yeah, I think I see that. Has we been drinking too much?
Ask of the others. What? McMuffin. Actually, not so much you. Yulia.
Julia.
I'm going back to bed. Good night. McMuffin goes right back to sleep.
Yulia will go out and take a look at it. What exactly does this rift look like? Is it just sort of
Right, so it just looks out of place.
in the sky?
It does look
Okay.
like a tear in the sky, but like
Well, that's always a good sign.
you could almost like squint your eyes and make believe it's a dark cloud that just appeared out of nowhere and is like, yeah. And it seems a little, it has a little like fuzziness to it too, and you guys are getting very close to it. Like you're going to run right into it.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that we probably shouldn't run directly into it. Santo, is there any way? Is there any way we can avoid it, or, I mean?
And Santo says, "Yeah, I think you're right." And he goes to the middle of the ship, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but there's these like basically banners hanging off the thing, like flag poles that kind of act as like oars. And he's go out, turn one way or the other, and he starts kind of rowing.
Has Yulia ever heard of anything like this before?
It's a good question.
I don't know if I should make a roll.
Roll it.
What would that be? Wisdom?
Maybe you can use
intelligence?
your... Did you have lore? I thought you had lore.
Oh, I do have lore. Look at that.
No, that might be it.
All right, so just rolling with advantage then, 3d6.
Yep.
So that would be a 10.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you don't know, like you've never heard of anything like that, but something in your mind kind of like, there's this like thing. It's not something you've read or learned, but something you've experienced just gives you just kind of sense that you're like, and you say it out loud and you're almost embarrassed maybe, that I think that's a time rift.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
And exactly, because like you wouldn't have read about this, right? Like it couldn't be known, but somehow you just kind of think it's true. Mm-hmm. And honestly,
I feel it in my bones.
Gorath, like Santo thinks you're nuts when you say this, and he's like,
No, it's just complicated.
I'm serious, if we ever come into contact with Maven Mag again, Yulia is going to tell her at some point in the conversation that something is complicated.
Yeah, totally.
It's just going to be, she needs to.
Gorath, and if McMuffin was awake, they also just like instantly understand what you're saying and believe you. Like they feel it too, right? Like they just of course.
Temporal rift.
Yeah.
Did you just say temporal rift?
Well,
Temporary rift. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Gorath says it like matter-of-factly, and then, that's hilarious. Wait, did I say that? And that's exactly how it is. Right? It's like on the tip of your tongues, but you don't know what it is.
Yep. Yeah, we should definitely steer clear of that, Santo.
Yulia,
I've turned starboard.
Exactly. Yulia, take this oar and pull. And so you guys are just trying to like make the ship turn a little, and it's starting to turn just a little bit.
Make sure it's actually an oar.
It's actually like, these are like banners.
What else would you be pulling on?
Yeah, these are like banner or like that you could use as oars. They're not very effective. What did you mean by make sure it's an oar, Gorath? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
It just sounded like in Gorath's or mine head sounded like a shitty like pickup line kind of thing.
Wow.
You know what? You can come to my boat and
grab my oar.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, that's the impression I got from fucking Santo. So
Sure.
my apologies.
It is okay. And so, McMuffin, what are you doing? Are you still asleep?
I think at this point, McMuffin's still asleep unless someone wakes him up. Because after what Santos said, he's just like, I'm done with this.
Cool. So you guys are like, Yulia and Santo are really trying to make. It seems like it's turning just a little bit, but like you get really tired, and you take a second of a break, and it's almost like it's just pulling you right in at this point.
My muffin. My muffin.
What?
We're gonna wake McMuffin up just in time to, die. We didn't want you to miss this.
What?
Where's your temporal?
Miss what?
You gotta help them
Temporal
with the
what?
ore. Just look at the thing.
That thing.
Oh,
Help.
not going yet.
Yeah, McMuffin goes and I don't know. He just sort of helps however he can help.
I'm just imagining, like, he wakes up just enough to, like, make the person who's interrupting his sleep go away.
Mm-hmm.
You ever done that thing where you're just completely on autopilot? Yes. You're just like, I don't know what you want me to say, but I'm going to say something, and then hopefully you will leave me alone.
Pretty much.
Gorath wouldn't know anything about that, would he?
Yeah, neither would you. You're just as good at it as I am.
As such, McMuffin says that and immediately falls right back to bed.
Cool.
Excellent.
Sleep.
Okay, so you guys are like 10 feet from it now. Like it's creepy because it's big and you can see into it and you can't see shit in there. It's just like this,
just
like
dark
and staticky and like fidgety, almost like television static kind of thing.
I don't like it.
And Santo and you are desperately trying to go the other way. Now they're trying to back up, instead of going to the side. Back up, and like Santos is like blowing on the blue.
Oh my god.
But you guys can't help it, like the momentum of the wind, and you're entering right through it, and it's very weird. It feels almost like cold as you go through it. Like Yulia goes through it first with Santo, and then McMuffin laying down, he's asleep, oblivious to it, and then Gorath, you're last in, and then
No, I don't like it.
I can imagine Muffin just waking up and says, wait, where am I?
Mm-hmm.
And the balloon passes right through it, and Santos is still and
he's a bit late for that now, Santo.
And in his hands, he slowly stops pulling the oar, and he's looking around, and he says out loud, "Where'd you guys go?"
What?
Santos is the only one left on the boat.
Oh my god. I don't like this.
This is a perfect time for a break.
I knew it. I knew you were going to do that. Break time.
Cool.
Oh, God. All right.
That was fun.
The question isn't where are we? It's when are we?
When are we?
Awesome.
Oh, my God. All right. See you guys in 5 to 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some breakfast donuts from my donut shop.
What? I want a breakfast donut. You're going to have to take a picture of that before you eat it. I got to see what that looks like.
I don't know if they actually have breakfast donuts. It's a normal donut, but I'm just eating it shortly after I wake up, so it's a breakfast donut.
When you go in there, will you please ask them if they have breakfast donuts?
Can I get one of your breakfast donuts?
Because now I want to know. I want it to exist. If you say it out loud, maybe it'll will it into existence.
These guys are pretty creative, so they might be like, "That's a wonderful idea."
Awesome. All right, so
name it after me.
You're going to need a strong 10 then. So I'll see you guys in 10.
All right.
Cool.
Now alone on the boat. airship thing.
Sure. I call it a boat too, because like it's literally shaped like I built this airship off the one that I saw at the museum here, and the early ones looked like ships. It was hilarious, right?
Yep.
Because that's what you would do. That's what they would know.
Exactly. That was their frame of reference.
Yeah, so it's fine to call it a boat. I think they would call it a boat or a ship, and that's cool. So yeah, you guys, on the other hand, all of a sudden you're, and it's like whoop, like it's almost, and it probably has the feeling of like that thing that happens when you're falling in sleep, or like, yeah, just like the ground, it feels like the ground jumped down 2 inches and you, woo, hello. Maybe that's the feeling of time travel. I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel, maybe. How do you feel like time travel would go?
I think it would be sort of, you'd feel sick. Sort of like getting on a roller coaster when you ate too much. But you don't get it. You get all of the rush and motion, but then afterwards you're just like sick.
Interesting.
That's
I like
good.
that. I was going to say...
I don't know why roller coaster.
No, I like that. I was going to say something very similar to Brian. You know that feeling when you miss the final step on a staircase and your heart just like goes into your throat for a second? Just that instant terror of not being exactly where you thought you would be. That's what I pictured.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love it.
And so you guys are standing, it was like, you're on the side of like large mountains. It's a large mountain range, and
Question.
Yes, sir.
McMuffin is sleeping, so is he like on the floor?
Yes.
Oh, I thought McMuffin
Is he just
woke
like?
up.
Is he just like? I mean, I would assume that if it was like a noisy ride, he would have woken up. But if it was just like relatively quiet, and then if it was like quiet, then he wouldn't have woken up. But
I think it's probably.
Gorath was
Go ahead.
making
Gorath
some noise
was
for sure.
Definitely shouting. I'm imagining Yulia was as well. So.
Well,
okay.
I can tell you that you guys have heard the noise before. It sounds like huge tearing, just like you heard in the tower, right? It was like it is literally a tear in time, and it makes that tearing noise that sounds like it's coming from everywhere for miles, right? And it's like unbearable. So it was definitely loud, but you may have just like, it was almost instantaneous. So you're probably still laying down, McMuffin, and you're laying on a rock, a big rock, let's say.
Why does the ground feel awful?
But so you guys are standing in front of a cave. The cave is very well hidden. It looks like it has purposefully been like obfuscated in a very weird way. Like it takes a certain angle for you to see the entrance in a weird way. Like the entrance it's kind of narrow. It's like two pieces, but like if you were standing further away, you could have walked right by it and not seen anything. And it's just right into the cliff face of the mountain, and you're up a ways, right? Like, so there's down from you, you're looking down a little bit, but not too far. But it's up on kind of the foothills of a mountain, and it's the entrance of a cave.
Something tells me we didn't make it to Cloud City. McMuffin says, wiping crust.
Oh dear.
Where's the balloon?
Yulia's just what the fucking, but she doesn't say that because she's a lady. But still, that's the gist. Of the
What the fuck?
Where's my bed? Oh man.
Where's my beer?
Oh no.
I don't know.
Poor Gorath's
I don't know,
keg.
Gorath.
There. Santa's happy. Santa's like, sweet, I get to finish this all by myself.
Cool.
Oh, well, at least we don't have to pay for the boat.
Priorities. I like
We paid
doing
him in
priorities.
advance, McMuffin! We paid him in advance!
We did.
McMuffin didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
What's I don't think this counts as ending well. Anyway, to our GM, what is the weather like? Is it? I mean, if we're on a mountain, is it high up? Are we cold? What's going on?
You're fine. It's let's say it's basically at the same time of year. It's not cold. You're not super high up. You're just in the foothills. There is a huge mountain above you, for sure. Because
Okay.
this is like in the foothills.
Okay.
It's a cave in the foothills of a very large mountain that you're not exactly sure where it is because I don't think you guys have ever been here.
Probably not. Is there anything around us? Like, can we see a village or a city or something, or is it just the middle of nowhere?
Let me look it up. I actually, I haven't. Oh yeah, you guys can't see. I mean, from your vantage point, you can see nothing. Right, you're not high up enough to see anything. You're looking at, yes, it's not like swampy rainforest, but it's heavy forest.
Okay.
below us.
Yeah, but not so you guys are looking at the treetops. Probably you're no higher up than that, really, right? Like, but you're that high, so you're up there. But large trees. These would be like a great forest surrounds you.
Well, I'm getting the feeling from the universe that we need to go inside of this cave right here. So, who wants to go?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, who wants to
don't
go in the
like
cave?
I'll go. Need to stretch my legs anyway after this long.
Or we can say screw you to the GM and just go down into the forest and
There you go.
force him to make something else up.
You totally could.
I'm going to chop down a tree and make a cabin.
Remember what happened when last time you made something? A bed, I think.
The magic, yeah, the magic log.
But yeah, I guess given that there's not much around and we've just entered a time rift, I guess Gorath would not be opposed to checking out the surroundings.
All right, well, let's do this. Yulia cracks her knuckles and leads the way.
Cool. So how do
Actually,
you?
screw
What do you want
that.
to do?
Gorath, you go first.
Why does Gorv go first?
We should get either a torch or a lantern going first, though. I'm thinking.
You
I'm
definitely
going to
will
assume
have
that
to,
somebody has one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that somebody has one of those things.
because it is very
I know.
dark in here.
Okay.
I have fire oil, but I don't have anything to
We're
hold.
just going to pretend that you also have a lantern to put the oil in, so we'll go with that.
Or it could
I bought
fashion-
adventuring gear, like all of
Yeah.
the adventuring gear. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Gorath
All right.
definitely has
So,
a torch.
yeah.
Question: does Gorath have dark vision?
That's a great question.
Would you like it or would you not like it?
Let's. I'm actually just going to reference D&D half orc here.
Because I think Yuli, you're
As
a
a
human,
basis.
and I think,
Yeah.
and so is McMuffin.
McMuffin's also here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. According to this, I have dark vision.
Let's call it
All right.
that you have it in this game too.
Cool.
That's actually pretty good. But if you want your companions to see, you're going to need a torch.
Well, I think McMuffin said he just went on. He just went, kind of walked on in there. Was that true or?
Yes.
You're in the dark.
I mean, he has lamp oil, and he has the stuff to make a fire, but he doesn't have a lantern. He has maybe a twig or something, or
Or maybe, I don't know, mop handle.
yeah.
No, but you.
Yeah, we'll just say he grabbed.
No, you could totally find. I mean, you're by a forest. You could definitely find some sort of hefty branch. You could use some sort of whatever material. You decide what material. If you want to rip some. I mean, I wouldn't rip your exquisite suit that you're probably wearing and getting dirty.
Oh no.
Definitely not.
But maybe your old ratty clothes, you got an old shirt or something, and you can wrap it around and yeah, hell yeah, that's what lamp oil is for, right? You don't have to carry twigs.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, Muffin lights it up. Whoa.
Cool.
I feel like an adventurer now.
Just now? Only just now?
I mean, it started settling in the first time, but now it's settling in even more.
You're You're not an adventurer until you go into a cave. That actually sounds about right. I'm okay with that.
It really does, actually.
All right. Yep. All right, off we go.
So how do you guys want to walk? Because this is going to be, you're just going
With my two legs.
Yeah, but like...
What way would you normally walk?
I mean, cautiously?
I'm going to say slowly. Just because, it's kind of dark. It's a cave. It's probably not very spacious.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a peek around, this is going to be some, this is a little, we haven't really done a dungeon crawl yet, but let me assure you, this is a dungeon crawl.
Oh. Okay. Should we do this version's game of a perception check just to see what we can see?
Sure. Wisdom. Roll it.
Okay.
And I've got awareness.
Yes, you do.
Ouch. Yulia sees jack shit.
Yeah,
Really
I'm going to
good.
roll. It's perception, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say
wisdom.
Everybody roll
Well-
1d6, and we're going to see if we can... Because I don't want everyone rolling perception constantly. But, let's see.
Did we all roll 4?
We did.
Did.
Yep. Cool. So...
At least we're all on the same page.
Yeah, so let's do it more like, this is like a group perception check, right? Like, one person might see something better that boosts up the other person's score. I kind of like that better than like, everyone rolls, it just becomes a fiasco. But you guys really didn't do well at this. Yulia had the best roll. I guess I guess in this case, you might have let's say you would have a 9 then. Like we would, you know what I mean? Like it's like everyone rolls, and advantage on that. Maybe like the best of 2. Maybe let's say.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable? Like I'm trying to think off the cuff of a good way to do like helping. Gorath is trying again and failing.
No, yeah, I think that's fair. I think if one person sees something, they would probably point it out to the rest of the group.
Yes,
so, yeah,
I think so
good with
too.
that.
Cool. So I'd say you guys got a 9, and you can kind of see. It's just you're still at the beginning of the cave. This long tunnel. It seems like you get the sense from your smell and ears, like you can. It sounds very long, like a long tunnel, right? It seems you can also smell sulfur, for sure.
That's
Outside
always a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. Outside of the light, I'd say you guys are 10 feet in, and you can still see the light from the outside a little bit, but it's very you can't see past the, let's say McMuffin, you're in the lead, I assume. You went in first?
Yes.
You can't really see. Oh, the torch is giving off 20-ish feet of light.
Mm-hmm.
And just, it all looks fairly reasonable.
Question: Is there any airflow, or can we hear the sound of water?
You can't hear the sound of water, but it smells wet, right?
Okay.
Like you
Kinda
can't
humid.
hear anything, but you definitely feel, it feels damp, cold, very dark, not a lot of wind flow.
Okay. All right.
So
Well,
maybe dank and sulfury. Good luck.
my two favorite things. Yep. All right, let's.
Sulfur.
Yeah, like I said, sulfur is always a good sign. That's exactly what you want to smell when you go on a dungeon crawl.
Does it not blow up?
It smells like rotten eggs, and it's usually indicative of demons. So
Wow.
two great things that go great together.
I'm going to say.
Whoa, we might see it.
I'm going to say racist. Demonist. I don't know.
She is very sheltered,
Birdie
right.
makes a loud
She is a
chirp.
cleric.
Birdie makes a loud chirp and is
Birdie.
kind of he or she. I can't remember if Birdie is a he or she.
I don't know. Actually, I didn't think about that. Let's just she.
She seems very happy
Oh dear, this is getting better and better.
and chirping away.
Can I make a wisdom check?
What do you
See
want
if
to
it's better
check?
this time around?
What do you want to do? What?
Why would I know why Birdie would be chirping at this?
I mean, you might think she's just like happy that you're here and she likes the dark. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what you could ascertain from that. Like, why would she be happy?
Yeah, there's not.
I mean, she's done
Yeah, I
this before,
can't. There's nothing-
right? Like, she's done this before. She's been happy about things. For sure, she was probably doing this in the boat. So not crazy. It's a little weird that a bird would be excited to be in a cave, maybe. Oh, we lost you, Lou.
Good
There
enough
she
point.
is.
Can you guys
I
hear
mean,
me?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure I would have anything to tell you if you rolled. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't want to stop you from rolling. But like,
No,
I
it's
don't know.
okay.
He's just happy.
Nah, it's cool.
It seemed like you
Well,
guys don't
if
sense
you find
anything like the current. I would, like the current location seems fairly legit. It's okay.
Birdie seems happy. I think this is a good situation. So
All right. Shall we proceed?
on.
Yes, yeah. No objections.
Cool. So you guys are cautiously. I am assuming it's kind of like hands out, torch ahead, eyes peeled.
Yep.
Sensible. Cool. And
Eyes-
McMuffin,
yep.
You guys walk another ways, and you see something that catches an edge of light on the ground up ahead.
Oh. Do I know what it is? Can I make a perception?
Sure. Roll away.
What it is? That would be perception. Would be wisdom, right?
Yes. And in this case, you're lead, so I
No.
would say only you can roll for this. Okay. Cool.
Nish.
It looks like stone from where you're at, but like kind of set into the ground, let's say.
Hey, there's some weird stone that's shimming off this ground,
Well,
but it's set in stone.
how is it weird exactly?
Who are you
Are
asking?
you asking McMuffin or?
Either of you, just because.
You would have to ask
if we're in
McMuffin.
If we're in a cave, I would assume that there's a lot of stone around.
Well, it's shining. I just noticed off the gleam of my eyes. Not much else I can really think about on it.
Weird glowing stone. Yeah,
When
McMuffin,
in doubt-
you should definitely touch it.
Okay, sounds easy enough.
So you guys want to get closer to it?
No, not yet. Muffin
Okay.
picks up a rock and sort of tosses the rock at it.
Give me a dex, 2d6 dex. Let's see what you hit. 8. Cool. Yeah, you hit it. It stumbles right on top, and huge flames burst out of it.
Oh, wonderful.
That's not supposed to happen. What do I see around it?
Cool.
From the flames, when the flames spark up, because you're still standing far enough where it didn't hurt you, but you feel the heat for sure. You can see that it's like it looked like a large stone, like set in stone into the ground. You're too far to see like what shape it is, but it looked like it's just a big, almost like a short platform. I don't want to use platform because it's stone in the ground, but you notice that it's like it's as wide as the tunnel. It covers the whole distance. It's probably 10 feet wide, 10 feet around, like square, like at least wide.
I think that's a trap. I think that's a trap.
You should send Booty in to make sure.
No. Girl, we're going to talk about respecting people's boundaries.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
No.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm trying to write this down, and I got a little behind. So describe, just give a short description of what the stone looks like.
Do you guys want to get
again?
a little closer to it?
Do we want to?
I mean, you can't tell what it looks like until you get a little closer.
Okay. Well, as long as we don't touch it, it should be
Gorath,
okay.
you can see it, right?
A thing that shot flame up out the ground. Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, you have dark vision, so you might be able to see it better.
Classic McMuffin. Oh man, if we were giving advantage out or inspiration for you throwing your friends under the bus, you would have just gotten another one.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Gorath will get closer to it, but obviously doesn't touch it.
Cool.
Does
And
he see any distinctive features?
Yeah, so you see that it is, it's like roundish. It's almost like ovalish. It goes, so like you couldn't avoid it and just walk through. It looks basically like a 10-foot round, huge stone, just like end to end of the tunnel. And it looks like there are some strange runes marked in it.
So I'll
So this rock, it's like a circle, and then there's some squibbles in it, and I don't think we can get around it.
Well,
Well, if you can't get around it and it's blocking the path, then that means, and he looks back at the entrance, the only way it can go is either to the entrance or back.
I think Yulia will ask to hold the torch, and she'll sort of go up a little bit closer to it and see if she can make out the runes, if she recognizes them at all.
Cool. Roll me whatever you'd like. Probably lore. Yeah, let's roll lore, because that would make sense.
I'll do that.
Whoa.
Ooh, sweet, 12.
Damn. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you can totally read these runes. It's like it's like old elfin for it would be the equivalent of like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Right? Like,
oh my God.
It's like fire. It's like, yeah, so you know that it is a trap for sure. And it's basically it seems like, it probably even says in there, like, because of the rune, you would know that this is kind of a spell that you could place. It's a rune/sigil kind of thing. And so that kind of tells you what it is. It is a trap that you would that people would set. And And based on your experience with the rock being thrown at it, you would assume that it might be triggered by weight.
Okay, so
but it could be by, breaking the seal. You can't tell.
well, yeah, I was going to say, is there any way I can break the spell?
If only you guys had a 10-foot pole. Oh, wait, you do. Well, you have a mop handle. Or
Yeah, I
maybe
was going to say, that's not...
check your packs and see what you got. Like, use
That would be
anything.
the most epic mop handle ever. Like, that's super mop right
It
there.
really would be. But see if you guys have anything in your packs that you can make use of.
Muffin sort of like looking through his bag. I have a musket, pickaxe, I have a grappling hook, I have clothes, I have a mirror, and I have 20 feet of rope.
See, I was going to say the rope, we might be able to swing across, but it would take some doing to get it sort of anchored. We could use the grappling hook, I guess, but...
So you look above, and it's like a hollowed out cave wall. So, if you had like some sort of rock climbing, you could nail something into the wall, but the wall is pretty smooth. There doesn't seem to be anything to attach the rope to above, let's say.
Gorath is going to take his water skin and throw it onto the rock.
Okay.
Not his wine skin.
Yeah, of course not. And you're standing right there. You don't need to roll for that. So you throw it on there, and it's cooked to a cinder.
That's weird. I thought the water would put out the fire.
And it's steam. You get some good steam off of it, too.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
If we can't push it, we can't pull it, there has to be a way to get around it. Well, I suppose...
Stone Circle, can we get past without you cooking us?
Any
the stone
response?
says nothing.
Gorath, for a second, you almost feel like the rock just laughed at you.
Stupid mocking rock.
It's a mock.
A mock.
A mock.
A rock that mocks. A mock.
The rocking mock.
I mean, I suppose we could just have Gorath throw Yulia and McMuffin just across the 10-foot gap, but I don't know.
I got an idea. Why don't we make a ladder?
like a rope ladder or something.
Well, I mean, there's loads of trees out there. All we gotta do is just maybe grab a couple tree branches and make a makeshift ladder or a makeshift bridge. And sounds easy peasy.
I mean, is there anything Brian, you just said that there really wasn't anything we could attach anything to on the ceiling. It would be kind of difficult to create a ladder that would actually go up without having a way to anchor it. I don't know.
It goes up. I thought it went forward. Like there was a rock in our way, and
no.
Oh,
no, it's flat. Bad. Yeah, it's like
it is
a patio stone slab. Yeah, just a fire breathing one. So it's problematic.
As far as the ladder goes, McMuffin, I'm just saying if we did a flat ladder, we would have to have something to prop it on so that it didn't come into contact with the stone. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Okay. I know. I'll shoot it with my new pistol. I'm sure that will help somehow. No, I don't know, Brian. You might have to help us out, or we can just give up and get out of the cave.
I mean, Gorath is already going like, I can jump that. That's not 10 feet. He has athletics.
Gorath, how about you just throw us over there? I mean, it's better than standing here. And isn't this what adventurers do?
How much do you weigh?
I'm about 130, 150 pounds. Why do you ask?
Well, let me do a test throw.
And he just walks over and grabs McMuffin and attempts to throw him more than 10 feet. Not over the stone slab, but like towards the mouth of the cave kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Roll me dex, man. Let's do this.
Oh, God. This is going to end horribly. Ooh. Yep.
Is it that? That's a fail.
Uh-huh.
You can. A McMuffin lands in the dirt, like face full of dirt, and he can almost smell Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't think I threw him far enough.
Ow.
Well, it's a good thing we tried that in advance.
Yeah, preferably.
Maybe I could jump it.
There might be a switch in the back,
With one
and
of us,
you might be able to deactivate it.
Gorath
Let's-
jumps it with one of us under each arm, just holding us.
Sure.
Gorath attempts to do a test jump of roughly 10 feet.
Oh yeah, and you have athletics, which you knew. So yeah, you clear that no problem.
Looks like I might be able to do that.
This could either be just fine or horrible. So let's do this.
It's almost like the outcome is random. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna jump over and see if there's something on the other side that I can do to make it not go fiery like. So yeah,
All right, roll it.
Roll it up.
let me just stretch my hams and then 3d6. What's that? I don't know.
Oh!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, no!
Well, it's not actually snake eyes because it's with advantage.
It really is.
But
Dear.
it's a 4.
It's still a 4, Gorath. I don't know what to tell you.
And so Gorath doesn't take a running leap, like he doesn't take a running start. He just tries to like 2-foot it, and catches his toe on the lip of the rock, and lands thankfully his face makes it across the thing, but like
No, God.
what just got burnt
Oh my
is
God.
the area you probably don't want burnt, I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
And you are burnt for 8 damage. Woo, that's rough.
Oh my god.
But you were on the other
That's
side.
rough.
I'm assuming when you are burnt, you will get your legs out of that fire immediately. So no more death.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yulia. All right. I did track and
I'm
field.
all right. I'm okay. It's only really painful.
You'll be fine. Yulia got you.
Yeah, if we can get across.
There's blisters where I don't want them.
Oh my god.
Let me see if there's anything like a lever or a switch or what.
What are you rolling?
6, 7, 8, 9. That's awareness.
Okay. Just to see if there's anything like a switch or anything?
Yeah. Yeah, anything to
Yeah, you don't see anything.
interact with.
Yulia would probably be like, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Like, this is just
All right, well,
built into the rock.
I've got an idea now. Since I'm on this side and I've got some climbing gear, I'm going to make an anchor into the wall, and then I throw the rope over to you, and then you just use the rope to like shimmy across.
That sounds like a plan to me. I'm good with that.
I like it.
I like that smart idea.
So you probably have 2 anchors and enough rope, and those guys can hammer in one side as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
And the tunnel's probably 10 feet tall, I'd say. So you got plenty of room if you want to get it up high. That's cool.
Absolutely do. As far from the slab of fire as possible.
Yeah, exactly. I was assuming that. And so it's probably up on the wall, so you guys will have to like hand over hand it, like up against the wall, maybe. Okay,
That's what I'm thinking.
Cool. So you got it's not hard. You find an object, probably like the back of an axe or whatever, to hammer in some. What are they called? They're crampons or the other thing? Pitton. That's it.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm sure pittons would be with adventure gear, 100%. And with probably rope. So you have a couple of pittons that you want to mark off your sheet. I don't know how many you have, but you're probably.
It doesn't actually say when like you order adventuring gear. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It says iron
it doesn't
spike.
I would say 5 or 10. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter that much, right? Like that's
probably not.
But you never know. But if we use them more than a couple times, I'll roll a fade if you've run out. How about that?
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. Cool. So you're able to fasten those, no problem. And it looks, you guys are all testing the rope. It seems pretty solid, and like you can probably hold onto the rope and use your feet to not touch the ground easily. And you just need a nice little strength check to get across.
Oh God. Oh dear. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so terrible.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is going to be rough. Oh!
No.
So, yeah. Yulia gets up there and gets a couple of hands out and just can't hold on. And you fall right on your butt, right onto the rock.
Oh dear.
Ooh. And you have a little trouble rolling as quickly as Gorath did and take 10 damage. Rough.
Yeesh. Yep. All right. 10 damage taken. But I scramble off. I'm getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Smoldery, but good.
Also not a place you want blisters.
No.
I mean, technically I wouldn't say any place you want blisters, but that region, not good.
Mm-mm.
No, you'll be you're not sitting around anytime soon. McMuffin, how you feeling?
Ow.
Oh, man.
Oh God.
Fucking TPK on the goddamn first trap.
Oh God.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
McMuffin, instead of falling on your butt, you lose one of your hands and like Birdie flies off your shoulder and onto Gorath's shoulder. And like
Traitor.
Huh?
And
Wait, Birdie.
What do you mean he loses one of his hands? He loses
one of your
grip?
Yeah, you lose the grip on your left hand unless you're left-handed
Okay.
on the opposite. And you fall on your side. Right onto the rock. And but it's on your side and you roll right off, take 4 damage.
Ow.
Oh dear.
Oh, and these nice clothes too.
Guys, I think we're kind of bad at this.
I think so too.
Oh dear.
That is funny.
Yeah, we might want to.
It's your first adventuring gear. Come on, it's your first time adventuring. Everyone has that problem.
We might want to. Yeah, we might want to go over what exactly constitutes cure again, because I know that we've done the. How many times can I cure, or do we just need to take a rest in this horrible, dark, dank cave?
Hold on. Wife we've been talking about hot dogs all day, and she just brought me a hot dog. A Chicago dog. Even.
Hot dog break.
That's wholesome.
Wait, Gorath, how
Hot
much
dog break.
damage? How much damage did you take? I forgot.
I took 8, I believe.
Okay, right. And
Yep.
Yulia took the 10.
And I took 10, yep.
Rough. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I was
Yeah, so
distracted by hot
it's-
dogs.
Yeah, I think here is you roll 2d6 or 3d whatever, and then the rule that I've got written down is if you roll a 7 through a 10, you heal 1d6 plus your level.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get an 11 or higher, you heal 1d6 plus level times 2.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And no level for anything lower? Was that it?
Yeah, no healing for anything lower than a 7.
Oh, okay. No healing?
And how many times can I do that? Can I do that for everybody in the party?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot. All right,
And it might be
2d6.
with this kind of thing, since you're like, you can hold like both of them, their hands and that sort of thing, and like just make it one roll for all three of you. How about? Just so-
Well, that depends on the roll, doesn't it?
So
Oh, that's
is
true.
this something she would have advantage in, or
It
would
is.
just be 2?
It is. Yeah, because
All right.
this is
I'll
this
do it.
is well, this is a skill, right? This isn't heal yet.
Yes,
So no advantage
it's not
on that.
heal. It's a
Yeah,
special
okay.
ability.
But I think you can't
Damn it.
miss on this. Anyway, I think like you're going to get 1d6 no matter what, 1d6 plus level if you get, medium, and then 1d6 plus level times 2.
Let me write that down.
Does that makes more sense, right? Like you will, because this is one of your things, you can always do it. But although it does say attempt, doesn't it?
It's up to you. Just tell me what I need to roll, and I'll go
Well,
with
just
it.
roll 2d6, and I'm going to say this is probably a wisdom roll for healing. God,
Sweet, I'll take it.
I think we have done that. We've done this before, haven't we? We haven't really rolled this, have we?
We haven't.
No.
I think I've healed once before. So if
Yeah,
it's
usually
my wisdom, that's a 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So
cool.
2d6 plus
Awesome.
2. I got a 12. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boom. So we'll
Sweet.
say, yeah, cool. And you can roll 2d6, and then we'll give you double level. That's cool.
Sorry, roll 2d6 for the amount healed.
Yeah. Oh no, it's sorry, 1d6, isn't it?
1d6.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
1d6, and then you're level 4.
Plus
So so double
4.
level, plus 8. That's pretty cool.
Plus 8. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Because you rolled a 12, right? That's cool.
14.
Nice.
Who was that for?
Yeah. For healing?
Yeah.
Sorry
Who-
if I mis.
Yeah. Who are you
rolled it
healing?
correctly.
Who are you healing?
I thought we were saying we were healing everyone
Okay,
at the
cool.
same time.
That's fine.
Okay.
You said
Okay.
depends on how we roll, so I thought you were just like, well, let's do the singular. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think that's cool. Everyone's healed up. No
Okay.
problem.
Everyone's healed up. Excellent. Nicely done.
The 12 is
I
good.
hope Gorath
You
got
nailed
that down.
No doubt.
We had to get a good roll eventually, and not
Yeah.
just on the practice, not
And
just
I
on
like-
the practice shot.
I like the idea of being able to fail at this, so that's cool. So let's keep it with the fail. 6 or less is a fail.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool, and especially when you
Question.
guys are higher level, and now you're plus 4 is going to be great.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Answer, McMuffin. What you got?
I was looking at so for when you get a plus hit dice, do you add that to any roll you do, or do you add that to just
I'm not sure I
what do you-
understand.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do you mean?
So I know at level 4 we get another hit dice. So when do we include that hit dice? And what
That's
roll
only
do
for-
we include that hit?
Hit dice is only for your
points.
hit points. Yeah,
Okay, got it.
all good.
All right, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so can we take a quick 5-10 so I can eat a hot dog?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
No.
It's a Chicago dog too, man. My favorite. Love it.
Oh
I
man.
know. How can you deny that? Gorath?
wife.
That's just not cool.
Wife gets gold star.
Wife of the year.
Totally.
Shall we continue?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, no way to go but
Let's
ahead.
see. Yeah, let's
Sure
see
as,
what's in
sure as
here.
hell not going back over that
Yeah,
thing.
I would not go back if I were you guys.
No.
Let's see what
Cool. So, order, what do you guys want to do? And I assume you still have a
Muffin pushes
torch.
door up.
we're gonna go with that. We're gonna assume that it
we
made
are
sense.
torches now.
We are.
Exactly. Yeah, so McMuffin, you threw your torch over, probably, I'm assuming, and then tried your climb. So it's on the other hand. You pick it up. Cool.
Okay, good.
All right. Did you say McMuffin pushes Gorath first?
Yeah.
To the front, yes.
All right, it's canon. Let's go.
Cool.
That's great.
That's hilarious.
So you guys are walking along. Yeah, like you can still, like you're looking behind you, then you can still see just a glint of the stone. And you're walking, and you hear a little bit of a rumbling. And
Is it a rumbling that is do we hear it only, or is it the kind of rumbling where it kind of shakes, the ground or something like that?
You kind of feel it, and normally there's something weird. Like normally you would have a chance to like look around, but before you can look around, the ceiling collapses. And you guys...
What is with you and collapsing ceilings, Brian? I'm not sensing a theme. Do we need to roll to, like, Indiana Jones our way out of danger?
Well, that was the weird part. And so...
Oh, dear.
You're like, wait, you heard the rumbling, and it's almost like... weird. Like, it's almost like you were drugged and didn't have a chance to, like, react. And the stones come down and crush you guys. Like a bunch of them, they kill you. You're dead.
Well, that was a fun game, you guys. That was enjoyable.
All right, head out.
No, but before, all of a sudden, you guys, you're laying down because you were knocked down, and you open your eyes and you're like, there's like this hazy fog all over you, and Gorath being the what's the thing you have that gives you
Dark vision?
Oh,
No.
dark vision awareness.
awareness. You sprang right up, and you're like you're sitting in like this. Oh, it's like like a foot and a half, 2 feet of fog. Like you can't see your legs, and you're sitting up, and you're looking, and all of you eventually look, do the same because it's weird. You're like, what? Because you remember just getting crushed by a bunch of rocks, and now you're not crushed.
Not
by
again.
A bunch of rocks.
Oh, God.
I feel like this is becoming commonplace.
Oh, we just died again. Oh, well.
I love that I've done this to you guys before. And you're in this it's this large space that is not brightly lit and it's not dark. You have no torch. There's, but you don't need one. And it's just like, there seems to be no end to the room. It's just like this vast open space.
What
What's that?
Is there wallpaper?
What
that?
color is the room? Is it like all white? Is it all black?
Well, that's what I mean.
gray?
It's like there's not. It's grayish, but only because you can't see the ends of it. But like, so it just seems like it's very weird. It's like an endless room, but it's not dark. It just goes into like blank. But all around you is like a foot or two wisping, like smoke, but more like fog, right? Like just like a thing. And like as you move, it does that thing that fog does and wisps around you or your legs or whatever. What do you want to do?
That is an excellent question. Do we still have the torch?
The torch is gone. But you don't
Okay.
need the torch. You guys can see perfectly well. It's just not light.
Well,
And it's not dark.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Sorry. Dead again.
I think Yuli's just gonna, ask everyone if they're okay. Is it?
McMuffin checks his heartbeat. Is it still there?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
You feel no heartbeat.
Oh God, this is getting better and better.
Oh man, I died again.
You just came back. This is lame.
Yeah, and McMuffin is definitely like one up on you guys for dying. It's like he feels he's the expert in this case now. Because you guys have all died the same, except he has one more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't look like anything I remember. It was, I don't know, we were on an island. So, maybe McMuffin looks around and yells, "Is anyone there?"
I assume you guys stand up?
Yeah, no, I'm assuming we're standing.
Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. I picture you guys just kind of like looking around, seeing what the hell that is. McMuffin calls to a direction. Is anyone there? And immediately you see this very distant... It's hard to say, but it looks like a figure, and it's walking towards you, like through the fog.
Is it death?
Well, that's what you would think, right? But
yeah,
but you've met Death, and you don't recognize him, McMuffin.
I don't know this person. Yeah, and McMuffin still calls out, "Excuse me, you over there. Can you help us, please?"
And he's still walking right to you. And he approaches.
Maybe walk a little bit faster.
And to go along with the whole torch question, do we have our gear? Do we have any of our stuff? Or are we just,
You would have taken any possession that is dear to you, maybe? Like, Gorath definitely has his sword. You probably have your holy
Good.
symbol.
Okay. I definitely do. And my pistol. I named her. She's Shirley.
Okay. Sure, okay.
Yep.
And McMuffin would have his elaborate clothes, for sure.
Slingshot.
And slingshot.
Well, that too. And Birdie, maybe.
Maybe.
Birdie is not
Birdie.
here. Birdie's not
Is
here.
Birdie there?
No, he's not
He's
here.
not here.
She's not here. Let's just do they. They are not here.
Yeah, that works. Forget Birdie's gender anymore.
And so this figure approaches you wearing all black, but like definitely not, McMuffin you would probably mention to them, like, that's not Death.
Yeah, Death was way cooler looking, and I think he was taller. And more bony. But he whispers that. So, hello? Where are we? This doesn't look like the afterlife.
And he says, yes, hello. I understand that you're probably a little and he's kind of fumbling the words, a little confused of what's going on here. And I'm sorry to say it's a little confusing for me as well. And he says, my name is Torak. I'm Death's assistant. He's away on business.
Oh, wait. Death hires people? When was he hiring?
I mean, he can't be everywhere all the time.
Good enough point. So you're like an intern of his?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm sorry to say, I had a quick chat with him. Mistakes were made. I don't want to put blame on anyone, maybe. But let's just say, you guys were pulled a little too soon. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We all make mistakes.
McMuffin sort of, like, in sort of a quick succession, sort of slaps Gorath on the back of his neck, sort of like to tell him to be quiet, and then looks at Death's assistant. Sorry, my friend here doesn't know what he's talking about. As someone who's done this before,
McMuffin, you are mean.
he's not mean. He's just a little bit like, you know. Okay, yeah, that was mean.
Yulia's gonna step forward. Okay, quick question. If we're dead right now, are we in a time loop again? Because we've died a couple times before, and this definitely didn't happen last time around.
Yeah, this is not a
This
time.
time.
Okay, so we're just regular dead this time. Okay, great. Well,
I mean, you've done this before. I've done this before. So, what's the situation this time? How do we get back?
Well, about that. Again, no blame. Mistakes were made. I saw you guys. I just assumed this was it, and I just pulled your souls a little too quick. I mean,
Oh, so you can give us a refund.
This is my first time, so I apologize. But I've spoken with my superior, and he assures me that we can find you new bodies, and you can live out your lives.
Oh my God.
It's not a problem.
New bodies.
I'm quite fond of the body that I used to have, so I mean...
I literally just died almost a day ago. I want my body back.
I realize this is a hard time, and he hands you guys a pamphlet. So you've died.
I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
Okay, Karen.
I only just learned what that meant.
Yulia does not have the correct haircut to be a Karen. How dare you, McMuffin? How dare you?
That's awesome. Well, as I said before,
that was good.
Death is my boss. He's away at the moment, but he's given me full autonomy to make things right with you guys. I understand the new body might not be ideal. I can say we will get you a new body if you would like. And in the meantime, I could place you back in your current bodies, but there'd be a difference.
Because our current bodies are like red jello under a bunch of rocks, so I don't know that would be super helpful.
Well, yes, you would be just temporarily, mind you. You would be undead for a while, just temporarily.
So what does that mean?
Temporarily.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean temporarily? Why would we only be undead temporarily?
Well, until I can find you a non-mangled body that you approve of course.
I want my body.
Well, and let me just make sure. When you say new bodies, are you talking about literal like newborn babies? Because I don't know.
No, he says we would find you another group or to your liking. to whatever you would like, that their time is up, and instead of when I pull them, I would just put you in their body. And then you would live out...
I gotta say, this took a turn I could not have expected. I was not planning on this.
This is going to require some trust on your guys' half. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know that we have a choice. So.
Well, I mean, you can hang out here until I find you a body. It could take, I don't know. I mean, time doesn't go the same here, but it would only take a couple weeks to a month.
So we're not getting our bodies back. That's what you just.
Well, in a word.
Gorath raises his hand.
Yes, Gorath.
I have a question for the death assistant guy. Is it possible for you to die?
Muffin thinks about that for a minute. Then does that mean Death can die?
And he looks at Gorath and like he and he straightens his I'm going to say ascot, I don't know, and just changes the subject. So your new bodies, you will have full. I mean, if you want to be a king, that's not a problem. And he looks back at Garth. We can find some nice half-orc bodies for you.
I want to be a dragon.
You might want to be careful about that, Graf. You might be a miniature dragon or something like that.
No, like a great big dragon who breathes fire.
No. That doesn't sound
This
very...
is not your death. This is my death. I got to choose. He said I could get anybody I wanted.
No one's listening to the expert here, but sure. Then McMuffin thinks about it. Wait a minute. So if I died the second time, what about the curse? Technically, does that mean I have more time to live?
And he takes a piece of paper out of his suit pocket.
This is above his pay grade.
And he's doing the. You've seen this before, McMuffin. He's running his finger down, McMuffin. Well, it appears here. Yes, you have more time. How much is hard to say?
So,
a lot of factors. It's complicated.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're 10, and he thinks about it for a minute. Oh, okay. I ain't complaining. More time means technically I cheated death.
And I can put you back in your freshly undead bodies until I find... for now, temporarily. Until I find you some bodies. You guys can continue whatever quest you were on. And
as shambling zombies.
Well,
Yulia's just shaking her head like this isn't even the weirdest thing I've ever done. So what the hell? Let's go for it.
Well, I didn't want to oversell it, but there's also some options for you guys if you would like.
What are these options?
Well, you can choose which form of undead you'd like to come back in. For instance, if you said zombie, you could come back as a zombie if you'd like. Zombies are nice.
Can I come back as a vampire?
I want to be an arch-lich.
Wow. he's giving you guys a look like, and he's like Death's assistant, and he's looking at you guys like you're creepy.
I want to be a bone dragon.
Can I be a mummy?
Yes.
God.
And so he gives you the lowdown. He says, "So I have the ability to put you to make you undead as a zombie." And he starts like you can tell he's excited about this one. He's like, "You'll be stronger, you'll be hardier, but you'll be slower and dumber. There is an option for a skeleton. They are quicker, hardier, but dumber. Shadow. Ooh, this is a good one. Quicker, stealthy, weak, and incorporeal.
That one sucks.
And your mummy, he points at McMuffin, he's like, and mummy, stronger, cursed, and you can curse things, but slow. Or you can be
how?
The mummy has the ability to lay a curse. You can curse things.
I guess I'm just asking, what does that entail?
I'm not actually sure yet. We're going to find out if someone's a mummy. There is an abomination. I don't suggest it.
What does it look like?
I mean, pretty much what you look like under those rocks now. But with more heads, that sort of thing. Or you could be a ghost. You're very quick. You can scare things very well. But you're not very strong and incorporeal. But you can slide through tight spaces. It's very nice.
What makes the shadow person differ from the ghost? They seem like they do the exact same thing.
I mean, you're not wrong. One's scary, one's stealthy.
And one's stealthy. So
which one will allow me to not be attacked upon contact?
Well, I mean, incorporeal.
Yeah, incorporeal will do it.
Which one is most like a dragon?
An abomination? Maybe an abomination.
And he thinks about this, yeah. And he's like, skeleton?
I mean, there's a couple of those options that'll make you kind of dumber, but I think for Gorath it would be a lateral move, so not really a whole lot of downside.
I love it.
I myself am leaning towards one of the incorporeal options. Maybe a shadow. Maybe it would be nice.
That's a wise choice.
Well, so I have more heads from an abomination. Can I see more things?
That is an excellent question.
I mean...
And what if, say, I want to talk to my friends? I don't think that's possible, right?
I mean, the abominations, you kind of roll with what you get. You might be put back without a mouth, for instance. And I'm sure the other two I think Yulia and Gorath look at each other. He says
Oh, God.
You can give it a swing, young man. Mind you.
Wait, who is he talking to?
He's talking to McMuffin.
Mind you, this is only temporary until I find you bodies that you completely agree with.
Dragon.
Gorath.
I mean, we don't get many dragons. They don't die very often, but you might be waiting for a while. But we'll see what we can do.
Are you saying that if I find a dragon and then kill it, I can then inhabit its body?
Yes, you could.
This is going to go so well.
All right. So which of the undead could beat a dragon?
Gorath, we've been over this. You don't get a dragon option, but
But like, yeah, which one would be most killing machine? I don't know. Maybe a zombie. I don't know.
Look at abomination. I would do that. Abominations, maybe some. Depending on like what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you end up being an abomination without a mouth, you can't drink any ale.
Yeah, I can't do that.
And ghosts.
Which one can talk? Can some of them talk?
They can all talk. I think skeletons,
like common.
Technically. Yeah, in this case, all of them can talk. The abomination is literally like, it just says, you decide. So we will figure that out. We might go into McMuffin's darkest fears and demons and base it on those.
Psyche.
But you could decide on how many heads you want. I would definitely allow that. Mind you, this is only temporary. And again, no blaming isn't the thing. Let's just move ahead.
No, I'm blaming you. But I mean, yeah.
Mistakes were made.
Well, then, I guess I'm gonna have to go with, Okay, I'll stop trolling and I'll just go with a zombie.
I had so many things that I was going to say, but...
I can't. So zombie Gorath is going to be fun because you're going to be wicked.
It's going to be, going to be very fun.
What can
I think, yeah,
McMuffin.
Yulia will go with a shadow, so I guess it's McMuffin.
What if I'm a ghost?
We can incorporeally high-five one another.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Dude.
All right.
Yeah. So, and we'll get to decide what these powers mean, but definitely stat bumps. Except, you'll be weaker. But so what? If you're a ghost, you'll have scare, which is cool.
All right. I think we are decided. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So, hold on one second. Let me get this thing up. Cool. So, Torak snaps his fingers, and you guys are back in the tunnel. Interestingly, you see... you guys can't be seen or heard or interact with anything right now. But when you came back, you guys see your dead bodies, like beaten and broken on the ground. It's a little disturbing.
Disturbing, just a little bit.
But there's also there's a figure in here, and it like gray, dirty cloaks. You recognize a cleric symbol around his neck, but it's upside down.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
And he doesn't see or hear you guys because, like, he looks at the dead body, and you can see that he's walking gingerly, just like because he doesn't want a ceiling on top of his head. But you see him. He takes a knife and just flicks the end of his thumb a little, get some blood, and on just a few of the rocks, he makes a little sigil, like a little rune sigil on each one of them. Picks them up, takes them with him, and he just vanishes. Like, you're like, whoa, he's just gone. And Torak is just letting you guys see this and not saying anything.
Well, thank goodness that wasn't creepy at all.
Mm-hmm. And he says, "Well,
you
no,
you kind of You kind of cut out for a little bit. Did you say he put the sigils on how many rocks? Just little ones or what?
Yeah, they're like they all had your blood on them as well. They're rocks that killed you, and then or like helped kill you, and so they're like size of a grapefruit or bigger, but not so big that he couldn't handle a few of them.
Okay.
Well, what do we do now?
And Torek says, well, your bodies don't look that bad. Look at that. I mean, you have most of your limb there. I mean...
I think I'm missing a part of my neck.
I mean, that'll buff right out.
I don't think my mom would appreciate that. Also, yeah, I don't know if I can brush my teeth anymore either.
I think you may have bigger problems at this point, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Still, fresh teeth is a clean mouth is always a good mouth. That sounded weird. Actually, I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, and everyone's looking not at you right now. They're looking anywhere else but you.
Anywhere else.
Cool. He says, well, the way this works is you guys just lay down close to your disgusting bloody bodies there and just like hop right in. I mean, no judgment.
That's it?
Yeah. This is old magic.
We pride ourselves on convenience here at Death's Emporium.
Death's Dive and Drive.
Yeah.
Death's Dive and Drive.
There you go.
Come, why don't you try it? Just like lay down there. You'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Muffin does it.
McMuffin lays down, and boom.
Yeah.
What did you say you were going to be? You're going to be the ghost?
A ghost.
Cool. And so the slightly broken version of McMuffin rises out of the body like in ghost form, right? Like almost see-through, but like white sheen, and just hovers there.
Whoa. So... Oh, that means I can't eat anything. Oh, man.
And Torek says,
Yep.
you will not have to eat, none of you, unless you want to. I mean, I've heard zombies like man flesh. I don't know. But you will also be able to see in the dark.
No thanks.
You are the one that knocks, he uses.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You're now undead. How does it feel, McMuffin?
I feel floaty. I think McMuffin, not knowing what he's doing, is like slowly as he's talking, floating further and further up into the ceiling. He doesn't notice it, and like halfway through his conversation, he's just halfway through the ceiling. Also, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I fall back down?
Torek is like, he just shrugs. He's like, I was never a ghost.
Oh.
Also,
okay, I'll figure it.
Also, just as an interjection, man flesh was already Sunday dinner at the Gorath household, so that's, again, lateral move. It's fine.
Exactly.
Work of humans eat humans.
Well, all Gorath has to do is go to an orc wedding, and he's going to have plenty of girls to choose from. That's cool. Cool. So you guys want to try it or no?
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
I think Yulia lays down.
Cool. And you pop up as a shadow. It's the darker version. The and you're very hard to see in this tunnel for sure. Like I think like maybe your eyes, you actually have like eyes that kind of reflect light, but if you close them, you're basically unseen.
Interesting. I'm still, like, mostly human-shaped, though, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think ghosts and shadows can be any shape they want. And take on whatever form.
All right. All right, time to spy on all of the things.
And those guys can't even see you right now because you're, like, playing with it, testing it out.
Yep, definitely.
Gorath, of course, is eager to see what it's like to be a zombie.
Right. And I envision Gorath, like, sitting down in his body, like, thing, and slowly laying down and, like, kind of, like, maybe you're even clapping as you lay back. Super good.
It's my first step to being a dragon.
Exactly. And then boom, you have form, and you like kick your legs and the rocks go flying. You definitely feel a little stronger than you were, and you get up and you crush one of the rocks with your as you brace yourself to get up.
Cool.
I mean, cool.
Oh my god.
Well, at least I don't sound like that. His voice is sort of like staticky.
And Torak,
Maybe don't talk. And like side note, I think like a ghost would sound like, when you have that one person who's on a phone call and it sounds like actually really awful. It's almost static. Just imagine that. I don't know how to do it on my own microphone, but just imagine him talking over static.
Cool. And Torak looks at you, McMuffin, and he says, "Aren't you glad you didn't do the 2-head thing? 2 heads, 2 brains? That'd just be too much for the big man."
I mean, I don't know. If I die again, maybe I'll try it. At this point, I expect myself to die again. I'm getting kind of used to it.
Cool.
Oh god. Yulia looks at, what's his name? Torak?
Yep.
Yes, Torak, and says, "Okay, congratulations. I think now this is the weirdest thing I've ever done. You had a lot to overcome, but this does it."
Not a problem. And he slips you a card, and like it's, and he's like, just let me know if you need anything, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. I mean, I do have a bunch of souls to keep, and I'm way behind now. He's totally putting this off on you guys, like you're putting him out.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Cool.
Not assigning blame. Not doing that.
Nope. No. And he just goes, "Talk to you soon," and he's just gone.
Pop. Well, this this has been a hell of a day.
So now that we're, undead, what do we do now? Do we still go to Cloud City? Can we even go into town?
I mean,
I think it's Korath. Maybe not.
We're still in a time warp, I think. And now we're undead, so I genuinely have no idea. That was definitely a weird guy that just came and did something, and I don't like the look of it.
So let's go haunt him. Haha, get it?
Let's go haunt him. McMuffin's ready to embrace this new afterlife.
I mean, Muffins, I kind of think of it like, the ghost looks exactly like Muffin, but just like a white sheen over him. Mm-hmm. Maybe like, I don't know, that's about it.
I mean, if I turned into a ghost, that would definitely be the first thing I did, was go haunt somebody. That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Right.
All right. Let's go get after him.
I'm hungry.
Cool. So you guys are still in the tunnel. Also, how much time you guys got left?
I could go for a little bit longer, but it's up to you guys, ultimately.
Okay.
Sam.
Like, you got like 10, 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because we can end it here too. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But we don't need to. We'll use next time. Well, we'll use the first time we need to use your powers to decide what they are, or you guys can think about it while we're
Okay.
here. But you're still in the tunnel. You could easily now. You guys, I don't think you'd have a problem getting back over the fire thing. But yeah, your dead bodies are now like gone, and they're you now. Now you're undead, which is cool.
I mean, Gorath still has a physical body, so we could just ditch the whole cave idea and go back out and do the log cabin thing that Gorath wanted to do, and then our campaign just turns into Three's Company, like it's just a sitcom.
Undead Three's Company. 3 Undead's Company. Yeah.
Dead on arrival.
Ooh, nice. That's not bad.
God.
You should work. You missed your calling for the networks.
You did.
And like every punchline gets sent to Gorath so that it's never effective because he has to talk.
And there's a laugh track.
Oh, that's what I call.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Alright, it needs to happen.
Laugh track happens anyway.
Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, I vote we follow the weird, creepy cleric guy.
The cleric
Agreed.
road. Yeah. Cool. So you guys are just Yulia and McMuffin, you're just floating along.
Yep.
Gorath is a little slow, right? Like he's not as quick as he once was. And maybe you walk. If you tell me, but maybe you're walking with a limp. Maybe whatever broke on you slows you down a little bit.
I'm shambling around.
Yeah, but it's cool because you're you're affecting the ground. Like you're heavier, right? Like it's like okay, I got some strength. This is good. And you guys are probably walking a lot less cautiously now because meh. Or are you? Are you still checking for traps and things? Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I don't think I have the wherewithal at this point. I'm feeling a little. I would no. I'm personally not. I'm being a zombie. I'm just moving forward with a goal.
Yeah, totally. Cool.
And I think McMuffin and I think Yulia probably sort of flits ahead. I don't know if McMuffin follows, but she's kind of racing off ahead and just checking things out.
I think McMuffin's sort of, he misinterpreted what Yulia was doing, and he's sort of trying to race her. And he's just zooming as fast as he possibly can through whatever surface because it's just awesome.
So McMuffin, okay, if McMuffin's a ghost, I'm imagining Yulia is probably moving sort of like shadows on the wall, just sort of racing flat against the wall. That's just what I'm picturing.
Cool. And as you guys are going, I don't know if it's hard to say which one is which because you guys are all kind of going still in lockstep. It's almost like you guys feel like you're still alive. So you're like, the ghost could probably race off and Gorath could catch up. But I feel like you guys are walking together, right? Like sticking together.
Well, I'm just assuming Gorath will eventually catch up. He's like, he's like the villain out of a scary movie. That it doesn't matter. They walk the whole time. You never see them run, but they still manage to catch up with you.
Yeah, you're not a video. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like you guys have not quite shaken your, the fear of death yet, even though you're undead. And that's adorable, right? Like,
old habits die hard.
Exactly. And as you're walking, you guys are racing through. Gorath walks right into a trap, and it's a poison trap. Doesn't affect him at all. He is just like doused in poison. Just like it's a poison ball of green, fucking misty, stinky poison. Just walks right through it. Yeah, and a little while longer, he walks right into a pit trap, falls down, crack, and just one arms it and hops right out. And you guys, of course,
nice.
You're floating. Nope, just like right through. And then you see up ahead, there's a little bit of a light. And you guys probably race up and take a peek and let Gorath trudge behind as you can hear him walking. And you come to an opening, and it's a huge cavern. It's a big grotto, right? Like a lot of it's very big. It's probably like 100 by 100 wide open space, stalagmites, stalactites, caverny like rocks, that sort of thing. It reeks of sulfur in here, and it is damp as a mofo. And you do hear way across the room, on the other side of the room from you guys, is a little. You can tell it's like there's steam coming from it. It looks to be like some sort of. It's like you could almost say it looks like a bathtub built into the rock, but it has definitely some water. You can't tell what it is, but from the red stain all over it, you could probably assume that's where the sulfur smell is coming from. And you're just in this large cavern. And I think that's where we should end tonight.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
I love it.
Seriously, that was a crazy session.